being single is the most important part of any good relationship, like you rightly said. It is the foundation. Relationship begins with singleness. That's what a lot of people don't know. A lot of people are thinking that relationship is when you have a relationship with some other person. But that's not exactly the way it is. If you go to the scriptures, the first relationship we saw in the Bible, it was not with God and Adam. It was not with Adam and Eve. It was between God and himself. In the book of Genesis chapter 1, if you read verse 26, the Bible says, "Let us make man." That is what validates the triune God. Unity in diversity. So it says, "Let us make man." The three-in-one God. Because we saw that first in Genesis chapter 1, when he said, "In the beginning, God created." The word there is Barashit Elohim bara. The word Elohim is plural word, meaning more than one. So that's what validates the unity in diversity, the three-in-one. So we saw that clarified in Genesis chapter 1, verse 26, where God said, "Let us make man." So the relationship begins with God and himself. So it's same applies to the one that was created in his image and likeness. The first and most important level of relationship to avoid disaster in the future is your level when you are single. But unfortunately, a lot of people are in a hurry to rush out of this stage, which is the most important in their life, because it will determine, it is the foundation, and how far the building can go will be determined by how solid the foundation is. So the time of singleness is not a time where you want to rush out. It is a time where you need to improve yourself. As a single person who is not married, it is a time to improve yourself. Know yourself. It's time to discover yourself. You said something while we were starting. You said relationship is a vital part of success, which is completely true. Not just about relationship in terms of emotions and love and all that. In business, in everything you do, relationship is a course that if you don't pass, you will likely not be successful in life. When it comes to relationship, you need to develop yourself as a single person. That's the first level of relationship. You need to know yourself. So the first relationship begins with yourself. And in that yourself, your spirit, soul, and body, you have to make a decision to establish a relationship with your maker so you can discover yourself. When you discover yourself, you begin to develop yourself. When you develop yourself, then you begin to love yourself. Because you cannot love another person if you don't love yourself. You can't give what you don't have. That's the way it is. So you have to love yourself enough to the point where you even take yourself out. Take yourself out for a date. Don't expect somebody else to do something that you can't do for yourself, for you. You sit in your house, you're waiting for a guy that will come and take you out. You are a guy, you can't just dress up. Go out. Take yourself out. Have a nice meal. Spend some money on yourself. Just love yourself. Very important. Because, like I said at the beginning, it is the foundation. And how solid it is what determines how good the marriage will be. Marriage on its own is beautiful. But having a good marriage or a bad marriage is dependent on the individuals, the participants of the marriage. That's what determines whether you're going to have a good marriage or a bad marriage. But marriage itself on its own is beautiful. So the quality of the marriage is determined by the quality of the individuals that are participating in the marriage. So the singleness stage is the ingredient. Single people are the ingredients for a marriage. Marriage cannot happen except there are two single people. Originally. So you can't have divorce without marriage. So if the single people, if the quality of the singleness is solid, then you have it will manifest in the marriage. You will not need to encounter anything like divorce, because marriage takes a dimension of selflessness and sacrifices, which you must have learned in your days of being single.
To get access to all the resourceful material from Pastor Simeon, visit our YouTube page, Pastor Simeon Okeke.